This cheery music while the fate of the world is at stake. Oh my god. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of Pokémon Prism. In the last episode, we helped the Naljo Guardian, right here, get his Aggron back after dealing with some people on Route 81. And he let us know that there are people trying to revive the Guardians of Naljo, which will kill everyone that currently resides in Naljo that isn't of pure blood. Very fascistic, not very cute. But in this episode, it is our job to find them, maybe at this little... Ooh, we got a PP up. That makes me, happy. It is our job to take them on and take them out. I found you. Wait, what are you doing here? You're not gonna stop us. Wanna bet on it? Palette Pink comes out, sending out a Wigglytuff. Jiggle jiggle. As a fairy sound type, we've got some choices to make. I'm gonna go for Psybeam since that is my strongest. Same type attack bonus. Nice move. And even with a Sweet Kiss that makes us confused, I want to stay in, see what I can do. We would need a crit to take it down Wigglytuff this turn. Oh, no we don't. It's a range. Prism is so cool. Right now we're fighting against what looks to be their full teams. They've got 5 Pokemon each. And I'm going to go for Signal Beam into the Water Psychic Slowbro. Very bulky team Pink has, even more than just having the same kinds of colors on each of the Pokemon. They've got different themes between them, and I really appreciate that. I think it makes all of them very unique in their own right, compared to a lot of other, like Platinum comes to mind, where you have like Venus and Mars, which are of course very cute names, but Slowking, hi. But by comparison to them, where their teams are definitely memorable, obviously it's a lot more iconic when everything's color-coded, but also it's a lot more iconic when they have unique strategies that you have to play around. Like here. I'm playing around it by sending Calliope into everything and it shredding them. But that's only because I was waiting for Sylveon to come out. We do not have a Steel-type Pokemon, anything that can do that kind of damage, but Dean is going to be strong here. It actually does have the ability to use Growth into Baton Pass, which is scary. But I'm going to go for Earthquake, and hopefully 2 Earthquakes will take Sylveon down. Its Sprite is growing on me. Its Sprite is definitely growing on me. It'll take 3 because of Draining Kiss. Boring! Oh, wow. Yeah. I am faster, which is a little weird because Sylveon's fully evolved, and I'm me. But... okay. Even with its growths, there's nothing it can do. Sweet, Earthquake it down. And finally, Palette Pink's ace is going to be the mighty Porygon Z. Porygon Z is the definition of a glass cannon, and I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do into it, and it's faster. Eep. I'm going to swap into Lydia, even though Lydia is a sound type, and it doesn't affect Lydia. That's amazing. We are both Tri-Attack users, which I think is pretty funny, but I'm going to go for Confuse Ray into Dark Pulse. I think that is going to be an incredibly consistent way to handle this Pokemon, which has such a cute sprite. Look at Porygon Z. Porygon Z was actually one of my favorites when, I was growing up, but specifically, like, playing Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, because those... I grew up with Fire Red and Leaf Green, but the first games I finished was Pokemon Pearl, and Porygon Z has such an iconic design and such a, like, memorable design, and I really like it for several reasons. As, I mean, you can imagine, like, I was a kid who loved technology and loved that kind of thing. Having this technology Pokemon was very cool to me. Dean and Lydia get their experience. And Lydia wants Nasty Plot. I like Dark Pulse, but I'm gonna get rid of it for Nasty Plot since that is a move that increases your special attack by 2 stages. Stubborn, huh? With Confuse Ray, we have a great opportunity to set up. Look, we do what we have to do. Face it, it's over your head, kid. We'll do anything we have to get our way. The end always justifies the means. Not true. And that's also villainous to say. So don't know why we're saying it. Anyway, thought I had a Hyper Potion. I put my Hyper Potion away. I'm butthurt. I'm butthurt. Enjoy this lemonade, Dean. It's all yours. And now I'm gonna swap Dean in on our next challenger, since I'm assuming we're gonna have to go through all 5 of them. This is a very labyrinthine construction, though. Okay, no. So there's a... So that area over there is probably gonna be from the top going down. And we got coal. Going up our next level, we are getting a rockier area with no lava to speak of. Blue is over there, and there is nothing we have left to do but to fight him. Hopefully he doesn't have water Pokemon. This is the best gig I'll ever get. I'm not gonna let you take it away from me. How much is he paying you? Because this cannot be the best gig you have. First up is Metang, a Steel Psychic type. It was actually Beldum Community Day pretty recently, and I got myself a shiny Metagross. Oh my god, Metang is so... Metang and Metagross are also pseudo-legendaries, but Dean is good into them, so I'll take that. Next we have Tentacruel, which I need to switch for. There's no way I could stay in on that. And funnily enough, all of my Pokemon that I would really want to use here are weak to him, so I'm going to switch in Calliope, which will only take neutral damage from poison-type moves because of Psychic. Boom. Boom. So we get one switch that isn't free, but we don't take a ton of damage. And we can go for Psybeam. That was me covering my mouth with my hand because Calliope's a great Pokemon, but she doesn't have a status dealing move. Hopefully she can work through this. It has Steel Eater? Okay, so if it's not the poison type moves, it'll be the... Okay, Steel type moves. And she might knock herself out in confusion. Everything is telling me not to do this, but Kay is specially defensive enough that even if she gets Bubble Beamed, which she doesn't, thank God, we can wait on the next Pokemon, which I think is a Vaporeon. And I'm gonna go for Confuse Ray. Not great to stay in on a Vaporeon, but unless it has Hydro Pump, we're good. Moment of truth. Okay, it's gonna use Growth on me. It'll actually get the opportunity to do 2 growths, but I have a quirky idea that might let this work. Noise, the sound type means that it's not going to be very effective onto me. And I'm gonna try and set up Nasty Plot, which I don't get, and Bite, which is going to nuke me. But I stay alive barely. Noise Pulse. Now sound travels faster through water, and thus it is super effective. That was logical to me. That made sense to me. I don't know the type charts for these kinds of things. And last but not least, we have Golbat, which can get taken down in one try attack if we are faster, and we are. Golbat is fast, so that was just luck. That's crazy. Lydia's really showing herself a Nasty Plot. Down goes Blue. No mercy, huh? I'm not completely sure of what the boss has been up to, but he's called all of us here. He's saying that everything he's done has led up to this moment. Color me curious. Cause he's a palette patroller, color me curious. Next, we can go down into this hole. Calliope's gonna be out for the count if there's a battle as soon as we fall down here, but if there isn't, I'm okay with that. Okay, and we do get sent down into this area with more winding paths and palette patroller Brown waiting for us. We'll be okay without Calliope. Guess what, idiot? You're too late! We already have everything that we need! But what if I'm the final key? What if I'm what we need? Oh my god, this is Palette Red! This is our first time meeting him. the big bad of the pallet patrollers starts with a soul rock. Because it has levitate, we are not going to be able to earthquake it. We can do something better. Ancient power! Which is neutral. We are trapped because of fire spin, so the only thing we can do as it changes to steel type is go for ancient power. That means everything we do is going to be even less effective, and we just have to hope we can get out of fire spin. Why is it going for metallurgy again? You're still steel type. Stat boost, stat boost, stat boost. No. I really thought it was going to set up spikes or something. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. And I get all of the stat raises, and now can't attack. I'm going to do something stupid and set up Sandstorm. That is not for Soul Rock. That is for whatever comes out next. And now that I'm released from Fire Spin, I can go into Monroe. He is part Steel type, which is scary, but unless he has a Steel type move, which he doesn't, Monroe is our tankiest team member, and no matter what, we are going to be able to do good damage on him. This Sandstorm is just doing more damage to me. Not my smartest move. Soul Rock is faster. You don't say. And with our special defense lowered, we got Soul Rock in the bag. Monroe wants Waterfall. That is going to be a physically attacking water type move. That is going to be so much better for Monroe than Bubble Beam with its huge power stat. That means it's also less of a mixed attacker now. And into Parasect, I'm at half HP, and I'm going to swap into K. We still only have Ember. This is going to probably be a 2-shot. And Spring Buds is not a great move to have on me. Luckily, it does not get the chance to leech me. That would do like Leech Seed style damage. I'm hoping that because I have Sandstorm up, even though this is quad effective, I don't expect it to it fully goes down. Parasect is super weak to fire type moves. Thank God. Next, we have Seeking. And into Seeking, as we learned from Vaporeon, we can get away. I expect it to be effective on each other. I'm going to start Nasty Plot, and then go for. Yep. Okay, this was a smart decision. And then go for Noise Pulse. That will confirm that Seeking dies and allows me to get something up on the next party member, which is probably going to be Flareon. Probably. Arcanine. Scary. I'm going to go for Confuse Ray. Now that we finally get to meet the Big Red, this is definitely living up to the threat that he was supposed to have. He's very imposing, and he's very, like, I don't know how this battle's going to go. Neutral damage, Noise Pulse with Nasty Plot. Misdreavus is not even evolved yet. I can only imagine when Misdreavus evolves. This is insane. Lydia is carrying. And Noise Pulse gets the Lydia's carrying. I'm a fan of all my team members. Lydia is carrying. Down goes Flareon. And Palette Red was defeated. No matter. You're just like your father. He who disobeyed his roots to strive for popularity as a self-proclaimed Pokemon master. Who's my father? Well, now all that will change. Your family has betrayed Naljo for the last time. The proud culture of Naljo will be awoken once again. I'm going to heal and be back. Can I get 8 regular hammies? And can I get 5 lemonades with that? Loyalty, loyalty, that is not the song from Lemonade. I'm actually surprised that there isn't a vertical portion to Firelight Caverns, because we've seen one for most of the other caves up to this point. Even the Rijon Pass had one, but not here. And now we can keep on moving forward and up and above. I'm still confused, Red. Why are we here? And why do we have to keep on wearing spandex? Again, this is not spandex. It's a traditional Naljo garb. As I've already told you, Andy, we have finally finished searching the region for the orbs of the Naljo Guardians. Once Varaneous wakes up, Naljo will return to the paradise that our forefathers once experienced. Why is it just the three of us here? I heard one of the other guys got arrested, but what about the other two? They're also traitors. They viewed us as criminals who just want money and rare Pokemon. We're not Team Rocket. We just want outsiders to stop interfering with our almost forgotten culture. But they were trying to help us get money so we could cover even more ground. After all, the end just... Shut up! Money doesn't interest me. Money is part of what ruined Naljo. I don't know if this is a good idea. I might have to keep this gig off my resume. You're going to pay if you betray me too. My world has no such thing as a fire escape. Understood? Do you remember what I did to that Team Rocket, who tried to steal my Pokemon before? Please, I'd like to forget all about that. Wait, that kid actually followed us back here. Why do you insist on standing in our way? This creature and its brethren are the key to Naljo's future safety. Varaneous itself could bring the seas to a boil if it so desired. At last, the power to protect Naljo is within reach. While waking from its slumber, still weakened from its long sleep, it'll be mine to catch. This embodiment of fire, war, and destruction. All mine! Varaneous, you've awakened. You've been asleep for centuries. Naljo is in dire need of you and the three other guardians. Naljo culture is vanishing, and Naljo descendants have given up your vision of old and accept foreigners with open arms. What? Why would you attack me? I'm a descendant. My leg, it's broken! That Pokemon stole the other orbs! Officer, there they are! Looks like we were able to finally track you guys down. We're locking you all up for good. Wait, where are the green and yellow ones? No matter, we're making progress. Hey kid, are you a part of this group as well? No, officer. The fanatic in red has been plotting for years to wake up the protectors. You mean the ones from all the old stories? Indeed. But wait, why did Varaneous attack them and not you? Wait a minute. You remind me of someone I saw on TV once. Wait! Lance is really your father? Ooh, we're Lance's daughter. The legendary dragon trainer? I love that. Can I be honest? I love that. And now we're raising a Larvitar? Come on now. Come on now. Well, it all makes sense now. You seem confused. Let's return home and I'll explain everything to you. We're in a bad situation and we need your help. You see, Lance is the reincarnation of the Messenger. Who the Messenger was? Well, allow me to start from the very beginning. Thousands of years ago, Naljo was an isolated region, which was the wish of the Guardians. Varaneous created Naljo as an image of its own ideal environment. It desired to have community with a high-value system, where all humans and Pokemon were free from all the troubles brewing outside of Naljo. Each Guardian was handed an island to rule over. While they ruled very differently, the agreement was that the rest of the world was not to interfere with the Naljo natives, where instead of fighting over our differences, everyone would now work together to solve problems. And this is going to be the names of the 4 islands in kind of a different way, so like Varaneous is Varaneous. Very cute. The names of the 4 guardians were Varaneous, Raiwato, Libabel, and Fambaco. That one's kind of selling it. I like the first 3. Each guardian held their own orb, which contained the very source of their powers. Of them, Raiwato would watch down upon his area in order to ensure everyone was kept out of trouble. Fambaco, who was the guardian of nature itself, ensured that areas of the region were off limits to any intervention. It understood the necessity of using domestic Pokemon, and it appreciated the bond a human could develop with its Pokemon. Still, it wanted nature to run its course without any needless meddling. Libabel, who was the most hostile of them all, controlled the sea surrounding Naljo. Explorers who got close to the shore of Naljo would be unlikely to return home alive again. And finally, we have Varaneous, which you encountered earlier. Back in the days when Varaneous was walking the earth, outsiders foolish enough to come to our land ended up burned to ash by the mighty flames of Varaneous. The ones choosing the brave path of fleeing from it would end up with charred scars of his hateful stare upon their backs. Not even Pokemon were safe from Varaneous' wrath. The messenger had the responsibility to relay messages from the Guardians to the community. It was the only human that these legends trusted, but the Guardians didn't tell them how much they were slaying anything trying to enter the region. However, when he discovered this, he stole the powerful orbs and hid the orbs all over the region. Without the orbs, the Guardians were powerless and fell asleep for centuries to come. But once an orb gets close enough to a Guardian, it can harness its true power. Varaneous is now awake, and it will surely awaken the other Guardians. The man in red foolishly believed that just being a descendant would tame the creature. However, you are the last known descendant of the messenger. I thought it was him. Well, besides your father, that is. Your father could indeed save us, however. Your father doesn't realize the power he has over Naljo. He won't be able to handle it. He's too obsessed with his fame and fortune nowadays. There's no luring him out of that. Okay, but I wouldn't blame Lance. I'd be gentle on the guy. As his lone child, you are Naljo's one hope in taming the Guardians for us. A lighthouse lies north, and a good friend of mine is watching over it. Perhaps he saw where Varaneous went afterward. Find a way to head up north. We don't have surf. We don't have strength. Oh yeah, let me head north. Doofus. And Aggron roars. At this point, we can only hope that the Guardians don't harm anybody else. That seems like an excellent place to end for today. In this episode, we dispelled the last of the Palette Patrollers lurking about the Firelight Caverns who awakened Varaneous, one of the 4 Guardians of Naljo. In the next episode, we're gonna have to find our way up north, surfless, and check out what that guy in the lighthouse has got going on. See you guys then.